Plaintiff Keisha Clark says she dated the defendant for a year, and during that time she became pregnant with his child. Keisha claims her son is now 15, and the defendant denies paternity and refuses to take a DNA test. Keisha's suing for emotional distress, and she petitioned the court for a paternity test. Defendant Frederick says he and Keisha had sex the night they met, but he insists they were never in a committed relationship. Frederick admits that he has doubts about fathering Keisha's son because she admitted that she slept with her ex around the time she got pregnant. He's countersuing for emotional distress.
Start with you.
I met Fred back in 2006. We were in a serious relationship. We was good until we wasn't. Fred, throughout the relationship, I would wake up in the middle of the night and, he would be gone, and we would have fights back and forth on why he was gone in the middle of the night.
What
At the time,
what would he say?
That he was gone doing plumbing work. At the time, he was a plumber. So I really didn't. I really didn't. At first, I really didn't question that he was gone in the middle of the night because he was doing plumbing work until it became repetitive. Okay, it became so repetitive that one time, we was in the front of the house.
Loved his job.
Yeah, it might have been his job, but it became evident that he was cheating. Okay,
How?
So me being nosy as far as his pager, and then coming to find out that a couple of the numbers that he was that was coming through on his pager was females. Me being nosy, being a Spectre Gadget, yes, I found that out myself. Okay.
And it hurt yourself or hurt him?
It hurt me. Mm-hmm. It hurt me.
You wouldn't know whether you were being deceived in the relationship.
Yes,
That's
sir.
why you were probably searching. I always wonder why people search for hurt.
Yeah, I didn't plan on being hurt, but
nothing. Linda can leave her phone. She can leave 5 of them out on voice speaker, on everything else. I'm running out there. I don't want to know nothing. I 100% don't believe my wife is cheating, but I'm not looking for anything to hurt myself. So no, I don't look for hurt unless you just, Yeah.
Yeah,
that's going to be a determining factor in things. And
it was throughout the relationship. He dropped down on one knee actually in the snow, and asked me to marry him. And I think it was he wanted me to shut up, because we was arguing. It was a way of getting me to be quiet. Okay, he never brought it back up again. He didn't even propose with a ring. He didn't even propose with a ring, okay?
Plaintiff Keisha Clark insists the defendant is her 15-year-old son's father, but he has his doubts because he claims Keisha admitted to sleeping with her ex around the time she got pregnant.
How long did you all stay together? Y'all came together
Just about
in
a year.
06?
Just about a year.
1 year?
Yeah, about a year. I had, he, eventually, asked me to actually have his son. We didn't know if we was gonna have a son or not.
How old were you all?
I, at the time, was 26.
And he was how old?
He had to be 30. He's 5 years older than me, so 31.
All right. Let me allow him to give some background.
Okay.
Sir?
As far as being in a relationship, I didn't know that. We was in a relationship. I met her. She was my next door neighbor at the time, was her friend. And we had a car party one night, and I met her, and that same night we went to my apartment, and deal we did. And she proved that city girls are a lot more advanced than country girls, and I was hooked.
Proved it when you all got together.
Yeah, sexually, that city girls are much
more advanced than country girls.
Yes, so I was hooked. I'm not gonna lie, but I still didn't know that we
turned out by a city girl.
Yeah, I did. So it was whatever she would have said, I would have kind of did, but I didn't know that we was in a relationship because I didn't know. We were cool.
How often did you all see each other?
In the beginning, a lot.
In the beginning, a lot.
Yes,
like how often? Once a week, twice a week, 3 times?
In the beginning, probably every night.
For how long?
I'm not for sure. It was a long time ago. I mean,
you were in a relationship. I don't know why you keep saying we wasn't in a relationship. We wasn't in a relationship.
I was married at the time.
You see a woman 4 or 5 times.
I was married at the time.
Yeah, and in a relationship with another woman.
Because she didn't.
Go ahead, man. What are you suing
married.
him for? He's confused.
I am suing him because he has left me, abandoned me and his son.
Since
for this whole 15 years.
You said you didn't know what was mine in the beginning or not?
15 years. 15.
But you didn't know whether he was mine in the beginning or not.
I told this man at 3 months old because he was confused to get a DNA test.
You said it was baby mine.
Quiet, sir. Quiet.
He has, why you want me to get one? Why you want one now? It's always the runaround. Every time I ask this man for a DNA test, every time, it's always, why wouldn't I want a test? It's been 15 years.
She put on a show. She put on a show for you.
Did she ever ask you?
When she got pregnant, and like maybe a couple before she had the baby, whatever, she admitted that she slept with her other kid's father. I was the one that asked for a DNA test. She told me, that's my child, don't worry about it.
She never asked you to take one?
Not in the beginning.
Whenever?
Yeah, but maybe a year or so ago.
One?
But she didn't know whether it was my kid or not.
Oh, you only asked you a year or so ago?
And she didn't know again because she said she slept with me and her baby dad on the same day.
No, he's lying.
So she didn't know whether it was my child or his kid.
He's lying.
You have any communications aside from this year?
Yes, I do. I have it all the way back from 10 years ago.
What you have it with me?
Yes, I do.
Today, what page?
Okay,
I never told her to deny the kid, but she didn't know whether it was mine.
No, I'm about to. This was back in 2013. Can you look on page? This is back on page 11, 10 and 11. He said, I just wanted to let you know I'm sorry. I was wrong because my sons looks just alike. Call so we could work something out, and I apologize. And you'll see on page 10, you can reset it if you want. It is the DNA test. This is when I first found him because he changed his number on me to where I couldn't find him. I had to go through who his other kid's mother is right now. I had to go through her and going back and forth with her, and then he eventually said something. He acknowledged that my son looked just like him.
Why do you say she didn't say anything since
I don't even remember this conversation.
Year?
I don't even remember this conversation.
Okay, well, I read it. I know it now.
But I never fully denied the kid because I was there.
You denied it had come up until last year.
To me, that when it fully came up.
Okay, to you. But to the paper that is printed on, it says it wasn't. I understand, sir. We know your type.
My type, I take
your type of fathers or would-be fathers. We know them. They see it all the time. They fight. They lie. When I look right at it, immediately after you told me that lie, she showed me the proof. I know. All right. So, your claim is that he left you hanging, abandoned you and your child?
For 15 years.
All right, so that's what the paternity test is about. What is your claim for, sir? Counterclaim.
Because when she got pregnant, she told me that she didn't know whether it was mine or her kid, her other daughter's father, that she slept with us on the same day. And then, of course, a couple times after I asked about the kid, she told me, don't worry about it, that's her child. That independent type, I don't need you. But I never just told her, no, he's not my kid, because I didn't know. So I ended up moving back home and me there, so I really only seen the kid one time since then. Then she fast forwarded to now. She said, I'm going to take you to court and sue you for back child support, blah, blah, whatever. I'm thinking that I'm going to get a letter from the friend of the court.
All right, but if you'd have got it from the friend of the court, would you have done it?
Yeah.
So, and that's why you did it this time?
Yeah, because I don't know. I really want to know.
Plaintiff Keisha Clark insists the defendant is her 15-year-old son's father. But he has his doubts because he claims Keisha admitted to sleeping with her ex around the time she got pregnant.
Okay, now what do you want $2,000 for?
Because if he's my kid,
pardon me?
If he is my son,
you need $2,000 to take care of him. Okay, that's a good way. You want his $2,000
but I'd have been 15 years with his
He said, in case it's his son, he said he's broke and he needs that $2,000 to take care of his son.
Your Honor,
now that's a novel one.
Your Honor, he has only spent 75 cents on my son's.
What's the status at Child Support Agency?
He skipped town. I couldn't get a child support order on him.
You don't know where he lived.
Friend of the court found me for my other daughter.
when I asked my worker, because my son.
You know where he lives now, obviously.
In Alabama. I know Alabama.
Okay.
The man popped in and out.
And he's
been
still
popping.
there in Alabama, right?
Yeah, that's what
you
he said.
Filed
Yeah.
for your support in Alabama?
When I asked my my worker how I go about it, she said I needed his social security number.
I have a case with the friend of the court in Michigan already. So they ain't like I have to be there for them
I'm
to
telling
do this.
what my worker told me.
They ain't tell my other kid's mother that.
See, when you gotta force people to take DNAs and to determine paternity and they dodge and they don't do it voluntarily, you're gonna have to do a little work. I mean, yeah,
I volunteered to do it this time.
to get that 15 years of back child support that he will owe should he be determined as the father. You know, so
yes, sir.
You have to work. Some fathers are not going to voluntarily pay for their child's upkeep.
Yes.
You have to sue them. And many of them will run, duck, dodge, make up excuses, anything they can to not pay.
Amen.
And so particularly if it might be 15 years
yes.
of back child support that you have to pay. Many don't want to have to deal with that. So instead they run, defend, lie, all type of other things. So
yes.
you got to hang in there and be persistent. But, you know, we're saying these things and I don't know whether he's the father or not. You are convinced he is not, and I just don't know. Yes, sir?
Because if I was hiding, I wouldn't be here now. I volunteered to go take a DNA test to be here today.
15 years later, when she says she's been asking you, in fact, 2013. That's 9 years. Don't come and tell me I wouldn't be in here. You could have been here 9 years ago and you played games. I just read it. Something you don't remember.
I don't.
I read it. Well, so you don't have to remember. I read it. I read Joe's discussion on it too. And go down and get your child support. That is your child. That's the son.
See, look just like him.
Yeah.
Just like him.
Yeah, take that to court with you.
Can I have that paperwork so I can take it to court?
Yes, you definitely can have his paperwork.
She can get a text, though. That's
Get
all I
him
got
some
left.
tissue. He's sweating like nobody's business. Get him.
Who's sweating? I'm not sweating.
You are. Go ahead.
I'm cool,
You
I'm
will
not
be.
sweating.
Well, you will be by the end of the week when you go down there to the state. Have a good day. Judge me for this.
Thank you.
Your claim dismissed. Give you no money.
Step up and be in your son's life, you sorry mother.
That is so
You
bad,
sorry.
man.
Oh no, you sorry. You sorry
knew
as
that
hell.
the kid was mine.
You sorry as hell.
You knew right when you was my child.
I've been asking you since he was 3 months old to get a DNA test.
You still can't get it, I ain't got. We had to discuss with the other
Well,
people.
take your go
with the rest of them, see, I get
go
some
sit
things.
your in jail.
I ain't going to jail. I ain't worried about that.